Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I thought I would take a look at the miniatures for the Zombicide set on the TV show The Boys. Now, I've watched the first two seasons of The Boys, and it is pretty jarring. It's like getting punched in the face by a TV show and then kicked in the nuts by the same TV show. It's hard to watch, but it's also very addictive and interesting to watch, and just so different than anything really that you will watch that you kind of stick with it. But there is some times where you're like, God, I gotta turn this off. This is just too much. But if you stick with it, you'll find that it's a really neat experience, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Kind of like how you would enjoy, I'm trying not to laugh, but kind of like how you enjoy Game of Thrones. But then there's a couple of scenes where you're like, what the hell? Why? Who directed this? Who said this was a great idea? How did they get the actor to do this? How did they convince them? But enough about the show. This is about the miniatures. I enjoy the show, and I seen that Simon had for their game Zombicide some figures, and I thought to myself, you know what? I would really enjoy painting these, so I got them. About 2 years ago, I think I ordered it, or a year ago I ordered it, and it finally showed up. I actually forgot completely that I had ordered it, and when it arrived in the mail, I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't order anything. And I had that kind of awkward look at my wife, like, I didn't order anything, I swear I didn't order anything. But then when I opened it up, I'm like, oh, I did order something, but so long ago, you can't be mad at me today, because that was money spent a year ago. And then I promptly went upstairs and ordered some more stuff. That aside, we're here to unbox these two sets. Now, I'm not really all that interested in the game Zombicide, although I will say that it's probably one of the more fun games. Have you ever played a game where you can't really remember the actual game itself, like what happened, who lived, who died, what did you do, but there's something that happens in the game that stays with you the rest of your life? Anytime you meet that person that you played with, you just can't help but mention that thing that happened in that game back a long while ago, and everyone just laughs because it was just so comical. Well, I have several of those instances with Zombicide, the game itself, so that's how I know it's a good game. I don't break it out very often, but the game itself is really fun. It was a time where we were playing with my nephew, and it was at Christmas. We're on Christmas break, and I remember we're sitting at our parents' dining room table after everything had been cleaned up, and we were just playing Zombicide because he was just getting into gaming. And for some reason, you know, when you go into a square, you get the option to spend your action points, and he's kept spending his action points on searching the room, and you'd flip a card to see what you find. And I don't know what happened, but every room he went into, he just had to check. You know, he just had to search the room. Like, we were searching the room, but we were finding like crowbars or just knick-knack stuff. But every time he checked the room, he found a swarm of zombies like under the bed, and we were screaming at him. Like, he went to the next room, like after we fought off all these zombies, he went to the next room, searched the room. I'm like, please stop searching the room. Again, a pile of zombies. We had to just leave him and just run off and just try and finish the game ourselves, because he just kept doing it, and he was so stubborn. He kept checking and checking and checking that he had like 50 zombies all around him. Anyway, I digress. We're here to talk about the miniatures. I think I will start with the boys first, and then we'll move on to the heroes. So if you don't mind, we're just going to unwrap this. I might pause it so you don't hear the crinkly wrapper, but it is wrapped. You can still see here the wrappings on it. I'm just going to pause it, and we will open the box right here. Okay, we're back. Cellophane has been removed, and it was quite the struggle. In fact, I had to open the box because I thought maybe if there was like a plastic covering, it might have tape on it. And the tape was so frustrating to remove that I almost quit. Like, this isn't worth it. I'm not professional enough to do this unboxing anyway. But I stuck through it, and the tape is finally off. And I didn't cry that much. But here we are. We're going to unbox The Boys. Heroes, I guess survivors, they call this. These are survivors, and then this is an abomination pack, which I didn't open this one yet, but I think it has Homelander in it, although it doesn't show on the back, I figure. So we'll see if it's a figure or it's just cards, because I can't remember how long ago. I'll just move these guys out of the way. This is the box that you get. Really nice. 6 Survivor miniatures, 1 dog companion, and 10 cards. If I turn it over, you can see the figures that you get. Butcher, Huey, Annie, Kamiko, Frenchie, Mother's Milk, and Terror, along with some cards. Oh my god. Laser Baby. That's a... Anyway, let's do this. So, really nice box. Nice artwork on it. Speaking of the artwork, I wonder, is this on the TV show or on the comic book? Because, to be fair, they don't look exactly like the TV show, but they look very, very similar to the TV show. Especially Huey and Frenchie and Kamiko. Anyway, I'd be interested to know if it's the TV show or the comic book. But either way, if it is a comic book, maybe that looks exactly like the comics. And if it is the TV show, it looks very similar to the TV show, so you can get away with it. We got game components. I guess how you use them in the game, which we won't talk about right now. Here's the figures. Some cards. Not here to talk about the cards, because really I'm only interested in the miniatures right now, but you can see you have all of the characters there. Let's look at the minis. Okay, we'll start off with Butcher. Very orange. He's got his crowbar. Really nice creases in his jacket there. For a second, when I was right here, it looked like he was wearing no pants, but no, it's just tight-fitting pants. Anyway, let's get a look at his face. No real flash on it that I can see. Really nice. That's Butcher. This is, I think, Huey. Yes, Huey. He's got a detonator in his hand. That's pretty cool. There's a bit of flash there on the side of his... Sorry about the big fingers. A bit of flash there, needs to be tidied up. You can see his arm is kind of like... Might need to fill that gap a little bit better. But otherwise, the face is really nice. Huey. Kamiko. One of my favorite characters from the show. Doing her best Wolverine pounce pose. Really cool character. And then there's her friend slash lover slash brother protector, Frenchie. Pretty sure this is Frenchie. Yeah, it is. Now I don't remember in the TV show, because that's all I know, him having that many scenes where he's shooting, but I mean, there we are. Come on, focus, phone. Frenchie. Mother's Milk. Which, thankfully, at the beginning of the show, you're like, what the hell is going on with this name? Why? But as you go on through the show, they explain it, so it makes a lot more sense. Now, he's got a lot of flash there as well. But he's got a nice flow to his movement. Really cool character as well. Last one is Annie. Now, I'm not so enthusiastic about this pose, but I mean, it's still fine. It shows her using her powers. But there's a lot of cleanup on that model, to be honest. Hey, it's a Zombicide game, so you're not expecting, like... And this is... Ooh, what's this? Why is he in a different color? OCD having a... Anyway, this is the dog, Terror. The bulldog. Wow, really, that's actually a really nice model. But it's in a different color, so it's sort of freaking me out a bit. Anyway, there is the 7 miniatures, the 6 survivors and the dog. really looking forward to that. There's a hit and miss when it comes to like the flashing, but I mean most miniatures are going to have that. And again, you got to remember it's Zombicide, so I mean it is what it is. Maybe you want to look at the cards anyway. Who knows? We'll do that just real quick, and you can pause it whenever you want to read a certain card. So here is Billy Butcher. This is Mother's Milk. Here's Frenchie. Huey. Annie. And then Kamiko. So if you don't know, in the show, Frenchie, these characters here, Butcher, Mother's Milk, Frenchie, and Huey, are basically just regular human beings. And Kamiko and Annie are basically like superheroes. She's basically female Wolverine, and then, I don't know, Starlight, she has light powers. She controls electricity, kind of. But yeah, so that's why they have these kind of like, I guess it's a superhero trait, and these guys have nothing. And that's those cards. So next we will get into the superheroes. Now these are superheroes that are, it's not like Marvel or where they're kind of born superheroes. These are manufactured by corporation superheroes, if you don't know already. Here is the figures, kind of the breakdown of what you get. Put that over there, sorry. Now, turn this around. We'll look at the figures first. Let's look at, oh god. We'll look at the Deep. Now he looks like he has a mustache. Like a very Victorian era mustache, but he is basically one of the dolphins, and he has some terrible scenes in the show. You hate him, but he's also an idiot. Who's next? Oh, we'll do... Who is this one? This one is... Oh, this is another version of Starlight. Oh, and she's got her sexy costume on. The costume she has to wear for the cameras. That's pretty cool. They give you two different options, two different versions of her. Didn't know that. We'll do... Oh, Black Noir. He's like your ninja assassin. He has some really cool scenes in the show too. Really nice model, actually. We'll do A-Train next. He's the running guy. It's a very casual looking run, to be honest. The flames are added to make it look like speed, but he looks like he's just like slow motion running. Well, that's A-Train. That's pretty cool. We'll do Queen Maeve next, which is one of my favorite characters from the show. She has a kind of like a redemption, bad guy redemption arc, which is pretty cool. Really nice. Hope she comes back in the show. We'll do Soldier Boy, which is a new character for season 2. He's kind of like Captain America ripoff. I guess satire, not really ripoff. But Soldier Boy, he's the... I love how he's saluting, very patriotic. And then we have Homelander, which is basically the satire Superman. And that's a really cool model. I like that. Keeps. Nice. So there's them. We'll look at the cards quickly. I don't want this to go too long. I mean, these are all superheroes. So So, move that out of the way. We have Homelander. And because they're superheroes, they have extra cards, it looks like, that you can use. There's Homelander. Queen Maeve. Ah. This is A-Train. This is the Deep. Black Noir. Again, you can just pause these whenever you see something you want to look at. This is Starlight. I don't know if there's anything different between the two cards. And then this is Soldier Boy. Okay, so that's the cards. So there only is one more thing left to unpack, and that is the Abomination pack, which I don't know. I never actually opened it, so we're doing this for the first time. Oh, there is a model in here, and I guess some rules. So there's the Abomination and Homelander. Let's see this model. Oh, sorry. Oh, so this is one where he's kind of levitating off the ground. That's really nice. Let's check these together. Hopefully the camera will allow me to zoom in here. So this is the where he's proud. Again, look at the gap in the arm there. This is where he's a proud hero, and this is where he's like, nope, I'm a bad guy. And that's one of the best things about the show is the superheroes are all bad guys. But the public think they're good guys. And then there's the Abomination cards, which I won't get into. We'll just take a look at the back. Compound V, discard. So +2 actions, +2 damage, and +2 dice roll, +2 the dice roll. May be used in backpack. Anyway, that's that. That is the set of Zombicide miniatures for the TV show or comic book The Boys. I hope you enjoyed watching. You got something useful out of this. Again, I don't do that many unboxings, but this was one that I felt like I needed to do because I forgot all about this. Have a good day. Bye for now.